Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492. I remember this rhyme being taught to the class in elementary school, repeating it back to the teacher so she could be sure that we were actually listening. Christopher Columbus was a hero to us. Or so Mrs. Hale said. She told us that he discovered the country on his 3 ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. She said that he told everyone back home that the earth is actually round, not flat. It turns out that Columbus didn't really discover America. Everyone already knew that the earth is indeed round, and there is some question to the name of those 3 ships. Mrs. Hale, my dear teacher, you were wrong. Way, way wrong. The story of Christopher Columbus that many of us learn in school isn't the whole truth. Today, I am here to tell you why that is and why what you think you know may be a lie. In respect to the Rotary 4-way test, we must touch upon 4 questions. The first question, is it the truth? Well, Mrs. Hale's version of early America was definitely more than a little off. I was only in elementary school. But she was right about one thing. Columbus's voyages across the Atlantic changed human history forever. His voyages caused the historic exchange of goods and people between the Old World and the New World. The Old World, for example, got chocolate and pineapples. The New World got wheat, along with the bubonic plague, malaria, measles, smallpox, etc. I'm not sure about you, but this doesn't seem like a very fair deal. You see, Columbus wasn't even a pleasure to be around. Even his greatest admirers acknowledged that he was self-centered, ruthless, and a racist. Upon arriving in the Bahamas, Columbus and his men forced the native people inhabiting the land into slavery. This man is not the hero that I was told he was, but I have still decided to discover the effects he has had on this country. The second question of the 4-way Rotary test is this. Is it fair to all concerned? The answer to this question is a resounding no. The diseases spread by his expedition wiped out an estimated 90% of the native population. Unlike the Europeans, the Native Americans were not immune to the pathogens spread by domesticated animals. These people didn't even stand a chance against the invisible killers. This genocide did not end with diseases, though. Cultural clashes between the natives and the Europeans started with Columbus and lasted for over 400 years. Small battles and large-scale wars took a toll on the native population. In fact, colonists were paid for each native that they killed. This genocide of the first Americans was not fair to all concerned. Not fair at all. The 4-way Rotary test also asks, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Let us look at the facts. Like many European explorers, Columbus and his men encountered natives throughout his voyages, only focused on his greater mission to conquer new lands and find riches. Columbus treated the indigenous people he came across as mere obstacles. This certainly did not make for a friendly relationship between the natives and the colonists. You see, the colonists blamed their failure to assimilate the natives into their population on racial differences and began to associate all people of color with negative characteristics, causing the natives to respond with violence. Columbus's aggression towards these people made them cautious and protective of their lands and their people, ready to fight whomever tried to take it from them. The 4-way Rotary test finishes with this last question. Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Let us again look at the facts. As governor of the Indies, Columbus imposed iron discipline on what is now the Dominican Republic. In an attempt to stop native rebellion, Columbus ordered a brutal crackdown in which many natives were killed. Then, in an attempt to deter any further rebellion, Columbus ordered his men to parade their dismembered bodies throughout the streets of their villages. his rule definitely did not benefit the people who were killed for standing up for themselves, nor the 90% of the native population killed by diseases that his expedition brought here, nor the countless others killed by the violence. You see, to me, the answer is clear. Christopher Columbus's actions did not benefit anyone outside of his cultural circle. Therefore, celebrating him seems a bit silly. My teacher may have only told me the half-truth in elementary school, but I believe that the whole truth is most powerful. Today, I have hopefully informed you about the true origins of this country, humble or not. Although it isn't pretty, it is the truth. Christopher Columbus was a big jerk. He did bad things to not bad people, to innocent people. Unfortunately, this man does not pass the Rotary four-way test. Columbus's legacy will be forever full of mixed opinions. Do we remember that he colonized this land, making America what it is today? Or do we remember all of the people he directly and indirectly killed, all of the bad things he stood for? My answer is, why don't we do both? Let us seek the most powerful thing, all parts included. Let us seek the whole truth. Thank you.